Hey, Bill McRae here. You've heard me talk a lot about what we call endorsed traffic. So, what exactly is endorsed traffic and how do I get it? Because I understand you make a lot of money with endorsed traffic. And I think anybody can become an endorser of traffic. Let me explain what it is with an analogy, then explain to you how to build that endorsed traffic pedigree, if you will. First of all, endorsed traffic. Think about if you just wrote a brand new book and you got the book published, but you need to sell a lot of copies. I hate using this as an example, but I'm going to. And you're just struggling getting it to sell, but suddenly you get a phone call and it's Oprah Winfrey and she wants to talk to you about your book. Invites you on her show and it goes to Oprah Winfrey's book club. Suddenly you sell 3 million copies of your book, you make a lot of money, you're rich and famous, all life is great. The reason why that happened is because she, Oprah Winfrey, endorsed it. And she is a known celebrity, for one, and known about books. Those are her thing, right? Okay, now let's say you have a new diet program that promises to melt 50 pounds of fat off of you in 2 weeks. And, it's probably a scam, but I mean, let's just pretend that it was real. And you had no way of getting it out there, and nobody knows about it. No one's buying your diet book or whatever program you have. Then you get a call from Dr. Oz, and he says, "Yeah, let's talk about it on the show." So you get invited on the show, and you talk about how if you can bend over and touch your toes, you'll lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. And he puts it on there with a link to your website, and suddenly you sell $500,000 worth of diet training and whatever goes along with it, because the back end is huge. Remember, for every dollar you make on the front end, you make 5 on the back end or higher percentage. So that's an illustration of what's called endorsed traffic. Okay, some celebrity or somebody of authority or a reputation of trust endorses your product, so therefore you get a lot of business from it. It even works in a negative way. I'm going to, for example, Colin Kaepernick and Nike. I mean, don't get me involved in the politics situation, because Colin Kaepernick has a way of drawing attention to himself, and he's related to Nike. Nike gets a lot more business from it, which I think is just, and there's short-term, long-term here, and they're thinking short-term, not long-term. But it did generate a lot more business for Nike. Okay, I think in the long run it's going to cost them, but I mean, you got to look at what your benefits versus cost ratios are when you do these sort of things. Now, how do you become an endorser of your own traffic? That's the big challenge for somebody like you and me. Here are the techniques you want to do. You want to shoot YouTube videos and you want to embed them into your email program. You want to send out an email sequence and you only want to promote what you feel are high-end quality products to your list members. When you generate a list, if you're a solo ad seller, you don't have a relationship with your leads, you don't care, you get paid for a click, you just send an email that's full of hype that says, "Click here." I do that for a living. I do millions of clicks. I don't use my autoresponder to do it. I have my own platform to do it. So you treat your list members like garbage on the solo ad platform, but on your marketing platform, which in this case I use GetResponse, Aweber, and SendGrid, I set up email sequences depending on which one of these platforms I'm using. I like to embed links to my social media site so they can go to one of my pages and be updated from my page. I try to get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that they can see my new videos coming out. And I embed actual videos like this one I'm making right now into the email so people can start to see that I actually know what I'm talking about, that I truly do care about my list members, and that I'm to be trusted. Now, I've also developed what's called an avatar, who my audience is, who I personally appeal to. Here it is, middle-aged men. I'm not a cute little girl, so I'm not going to appeal to that. I'm blunt honest. I'm not going to appeal to anyone who can't take the honest truth. I'm Christian, and I'm white, and I'm bald. So, hey, I'm limited to middle-aged white men, probably, but anybody who wants to listen and understand how sincere I am is going to become someone who will be more likely to buy into my programs. A couple of programs I'm selling are like CD University, it's fabulous. It's worth the money. John Costani's program, fabulous. It's worth the money. There are some other things I'm promoting which are really great products. I totally believe in them. Matter of fact, I bought them myself. So people will believe you when you endorse traffic if you earn it. People buy from who they know, like, and trust. Earning their trust involves becoming an endorsee, or if you want, some people say, well, you're a guru. Well, wasn't born a guru. I became a guru by releasing information and being sincere and not necessarily trying to upsell and give you a bunch of hype. Anyway, you can create your own endorsed traffic system. There's training within all my YouTube videos how to do all this stuff. So make sure you grab a subscription, watch the other video over here or over here, wherever it is, and we'll catch you in the next one.